top as well. Umpire will come in, we'll have a secondary bounce.
You might call that a bit today, I think, Joe. And he pulls him up now. Is that a good team spirit?
So another ball up for Hardingham and Meek. Hardingham gets it down this time. Leake runs through, leaves it behind. Hawks with the numbers over the top of it. Meek gets a clearing kick towards the half-back line. Stone makes a run for it. Also getting across there, handball inboard from Hampshire. Now a kick by Armitage back towards the middle. Winchelsea with the numbers, doesn't sit for him though. They've still got them there. Handball's off towards McCallum. His handball, further afield is okay. Finds Watson, goes long towards half forward. But the Hawks have the numbers there. Michael Bowman has taken the mark overhead. Number one's clash, Ian Wallen. He runs across half back, directs to the outer side as a one-on-one, and a good mark too. It might be Kellberg out there, it is. And he's not good too. He's done his ankle, I think, as he tries to get up. And you want to handball it away, I think.
I'll be right. It's not broken. You can't jump up on that. He'll be right. He'll be right.
So Dr. DeGoldie says kick the footy.
Kick the footy.
Not broken. So now he goes to the right foot. It's a pretty poor kick off the boot,
Maybe
though.
it is.
Well, Hutchison turned around, rest in the right stage, but couldn't pick it up. Now off hands, falls to the side of the pack. They can run free, the Hawks, if they can get over the top of Bogey, but he does well to get a punch in away from Trotter. Now, Inverleigh still with the numbers, though, if they can pick it up. Brungies can't pick it up. Bogey through the middle. He gets dispossessed. Now coming through, trying to get it away quickly was Far. Also through the middle, trying to get a kick away, Lapino. He couldn't do so effectively. Stones over the top of it, fighting hard for it. And a free kick has been found by umpire Stokes. And it will go to Inverleigh. It will be Meek.
So Meek at, wide of half-back. Gets a handball away, goes towards half-forward, up high. Great tap away from Winchelsea in defence. Picked up very nicely there by Lapino. Hooks it back towards half-forward. But in the way, Inverleigh. Nice little chip pass has found Brungies in the middle. Plays on quickly. Low skimming kick along the ground. No chance of a mark there. Picked up there by Hardingham. He's dispossessed. Handball goes wide to McCarthy for Inverleigh. Kick towards the full forward position. Contest down there. Good crumbing there by Carrera. Handball over to Clayton Trotter. Off the left foot. Trotter has got the first score of the day. It is a goal. So Inverleigh go to 1-6. They lead Winchelsea yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, and it's taken 2.5 minutes.
Well, that's his first kick and a goal, so that's not a bad percentage, is it? I was just watching there before. He slipped out the back of the pack. If you're going to tag Clayton Trotter, you don't run to where the cherry goes, you run to where he's going, and if he's not going to do that, he ain't going to have such a good day, I don't think.
So back to the middle.
It was scrambling. It was good work by both teams, and Inverleigh certainly deserved that goal. They worked hard into it. And
what would they need, Laurie? 2 or 3 goals for this breeze?
Oh, a couple at least, Eric, I reckon.
Back to the middle. Meek gets it down. Lapino roves beautifully. Goes along towards Reed. One out with Bowman. Got the job on him this afternoon. Wall in front and centre was pretty good. Quick reply for the Blues. No, touched away by McCallum. Did well in defence for the Hawks. And it's through 4-1 behind. So the Blues get their first score of the board. It's 1 behind, and Inverleigh 1 straight goal 6. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes played.
So a pretty promising move, Laurie, forward there.
It certainly was. Matthew Wallen got it, and I thought just had to get over his end. Would have been a goal.
Does the kicking in for Inverleigh, long to middle. Mark not taken there by Hampshire. Comes to ground at centre half forward for Winch. Ball picked up. Oh, good steal there from Wainwright. Kick not so good, however. Picked up by Wallen. Goes wide. It's someone wearing Paul Price's jumper, is it? Or is it number 8? Sorry. Hutchison put to ground. Dropping the ball to the umpire pretty hard. I think it was Hutchison. Advantage not paid. No advantage according to the umpire, so the ball will come back. So ball's got to come the 80 metres. It was went a fair way from the action. Now we're back for Inverleigh once again on half-back flank now to clear the trouble. G's come back into the corridor. I wouldn't think that was a real good kick because it's gone straight to Nathan Reid. So Reid now of Winch kicks it back. Almost as bad a kick. However, it was just over McCallum's head. It was weighted just sufficiently.
Just perfect, wasn't it?
And mark taken by Partridge, who this week playing in the forward half. We saw him in a number of roles at Belpost Hill. Says maybe that leg might be broken, Laurie.
It might be pretty sore, I think.
So Kellberg just come off the ground as Partridge puts the ball high in the air. It's a magnificent kick. It is a goal, so it's the first goal to Winchelsea. They go to 1-7. They lead Inverleigh 1 goal. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've had 5 minutes of football.
Well, that was a result of a poor turnover there. They actually turned the ball over too easy, and Inverleigh have got to be very, very careful of that. And from that turnover, it was a good build-up. They got into the 50 there quickly, and Partridge, that was a nice kick on goal, wasn't it? He sized up nicely and kicked it beautifully. So you've got to be very, very careful with your turnovers here today, and they'll hurt you if you do them.
Back in the middle, mate, gets it down towards the side of the pack. That's Paul Pandy through the middle. His kick was smothered though. Hardingham through the middle, tries to get his hands free, held to him just as Lupino was going to break free from the middle. So umpire Stokes will come in and ball it up once more, still in the centre of the ground. Hardingham goes up, Meek gets it down to Pandy again. Take two, falls to Collins, right foot kick with the outside of the boot, goes towards half forward. McCallum, he had it and lost it, that was for Winchelsea. Now his direct opponent Far, he had it also, but the umpire said he's wrapped up going nowhere and he will ball it up at half forward. So umpire Stokes once again throws the ball in the air for Hardingham and Meek. Hardingham gets it down this time, off hands from Bogey. Wainwright chopped off by McCarthy through the middle. Now Leake, he runs at it as well and gets a Shepherd. Can't pick the footy up though. Needs some support. Wainwright's there. He follows it up once again. Hawks working overtime as well. Stone through the middle. He got dispossessed. Now getting away to Trotter. Has to be quick. Collins. Good smother by Hutchison. Collins a second effort. Handball away. Quickly to Bowman off a step. One towards half forward. 2-on-1 for Winchelsea. Will it stay in though? I don't think it will. It's out of bounds and we'll have a boundary throw in. Half forward flank on the outer side. Inverleigh into attack. They try 1 straight goal 6. Winchelsea 1-1-7. And we'll have a boundary throw in.
It's a pretty penetrating kick from Bowman there, Laurie, wasn't it? Went a long way with that bit of
Yeah,
breeze.
he can kick the footy well.
So a boundary throw in from the side of the pack. Trotter takes it out of the ruck contest. Got the handball away. Close to the boundary line. And still Inverleigh work hard. Handball from Carrera was chopped off by Leake and a couple of other Winchelsea players, and it is off hands and out of bounds for another throw in. Still about 45 metres around from the Inverleigh goal.
Well, they're getting forced to the boundary line a little bit too much just at this point of time, and they've got to try and get into the corridor a little bit, the Inverleigh side.
So from the ruck contest, Winchelsea in defence. Dangerous kick across goal towards the boundary line. Which way is it going to bounce for Watson? In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. Couldn't get there in time, so it will be a free kick to the Hawks. And Armitage has the footy, maybe Sawyer. I think it might be Armitage with it. So Joel Armitage, they're not the deepest pockets in Australia either. He is, so that it's not without a chance. Joel Armitage from the left forward pocket, 30 metres out. He comes in now, and he's put it towards the goal square. Big pack, off hands towards the front of the pack. And standing at the front of the pack, Bowman kicks over his shoulder, and as he put it through for a goal, I think he might have. It's all clear, so Michael Bowman has put his first on the board and the second for Inverleigh. They go to 2 straight goals, 12. They lead Winchelsea 1-1-7 Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 8 minutes played.
It's going to be interesting to see what sort of a role Bowman's playing, Laurie. Arguably has been one of the quickest players in the league, but there's a couple of North Geelong blokes that might dispute that at the moment, but he seems to be running off half back.
Well, he's that's right. He's certainly a pacey player, and he relies on that. And if he can get it, he's got the skills as well as he just demonstrated there. Once he got around and had a good look and steadied a little bit, he was able to put it through, and that was a very, very handy goal.
So it's back in the middle with umpire going. So he put it in the air, which he does now. Hardingham up high, gets a tap down. Picked up on centre wing by Wainwright for Winch. Goes towards half forward. Partridge almost dragged in a great one-handed mark. The handball come out for Winchelsea, but it's chopped off there in defence. Picking it up there is Brunges for Inverleigh. Back to the middle. Hardingham attacks the footy, gets it to boot. Oh, terrible kick, but well, it wasn't such a bad kick because it was out a little bit too wide for the Inverleigh defence. Now picked up. Kicked inboard, attacking the football and getting good handball. Inverleigh under pressure there. Comes back to Collins, overruns it, picked up by Brunges, and a handball comes back finally to Meek. Goes towards half forward, a good diving mark there by Carrera, and he's almost in the centre square. Terrible kick, very, very low, and intercepted at half back by Wainwright once again for Winch. It was 1-on-3 back there, but Winch, they do well. Handball comes out clear. Very scrambly at the moment. Players really not adapting to conditions. Trotter receives, well, looked like a handball, but the umpire, Johnny, on the spot, he said he threw it. And the free kick has gone. In fact, Hampshire is being called back to take the free kick. So Hampshire of Winch goes towards half forward. From behind, you can't mark him from back there, especially when you've got big fellows like... was it Meek in the way? The ball intercepted there. Oh, there's a push in the back. Umpire agrees. So Winchelsea advantage now paid. Running on with the footy.
Looks like
Wallen it was, and I reckon that might have drilled the goal. He's a long, striding Matthew Wallen has kicked his first 1 goal 1 to his tally, but 2 goals 1 for Winchelsea. 2-1-13. They lead Inverleigh 2 goals straight 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, he's a good little player when he gets into that forward 50, and like the guy that's playing a good game at the moment is Wainwright out there. He's getting the beat of Lapino. Some of the good players are getting a hand on the footy, which is very good for the Winchelsea side. Inverleigh just got to keep working away. They just turn the ball over a little bit too much, be a little bit more positive when they go forward.
Back in the middle, Hardingham gets it down towards centre half forward. Armitage comes from half back, handball only as far as Wainwright, the person Laurie just mentioned. Falls to Lapino, kick around the corner towards Reid, 1-on-1 with Bowman. Good mark. And be careful, Michael Bowman. And Nathan Reid has taken the mark 45 metres out from goal, directly in front.
Could have almost got 50 there.
Just about.
So Nathan Reid, who kicked 4 goals last week for Winchelsea, a chance to put his first on the board in the third for the Blues.
He's showing a bit more than he did a couple of weeks ago, Laurie. He couldn't get into the game, could he?
No, he couldn't get in. He just couldn't find the ball at all that particular day, and looking forward to seeing him today. He didn't quite make good contact with that.
It was a great pass.
Though.
It was a great pass to Gary Watson, who was standing in the, nearly in the forward pocket, ran onto the ball and will shoot for goal from 10 metres out, slight angle.
He sort of drifted in from the behind post. I think he's seen enough to hide behind it as well.
So, not a very good connection with the ball by Nathan Reid, but it's come up all right for Winchelsea. Gary Watson a chance to put his first on the board. He comes in now, only a matter of metres out from goal, and has put it through. So a good finish, his first, and Winchelsea 3-1-19. They lead Inverleigh 2 straight goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes have been played.
That's probably a pretty fair start, Laurie, into this bit of breeze. Winch, they're perhaps settling a little quicker than Inverleigh have, and probably deserve their lead at the moment.
Yeah, look, I think so, Eric. The first 5 minutes was very, very scrappy, and both sides now are just being able to drift away and do their own thing a little bit, and Winch is doing theirs a little bit better.
So it's back in the middle with umpire Stokes.
But the good players are getting the footy, and that makes a difference.
Oh, my word. So the ball goes up once again. Hardingham, clear, tap away again. Running onto the footy, nice little handball to Leake, and here go Winch once again. Long kick from Leake to full forward. Mark not taken by Kitchen. Oh, Matthew Wallen read that beautifully. Front and centre, they keep telling you, but Wallen's kicked his second. Winchelsea go to 4-1-25. They lead Inverleigh 2 goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 13 minutes gone. Laurie, that was just absolutely perfect roving.
Beautiful roving, and I'm going to watch the coach's box, because if I was coaching, I'd have someone on that chasing that number 1 and stick to him the rest of the day, because it looks like he's going to be in for a good day, and I'll just try and pick up to see who's on him.
Josh Walder, I think.
Well, we might have to make a change there, I'm thinking.
Laurie's coaching another club this season. You're doing well, Loz. Spreading yourself around. Be careful, okay?
But that came from Andrew Leake, that good play again. So, as I say, they're good players getting the footy.
The other thing was Kitchen made a contest, and that's what brought the ball to ground.
The other thing was this man's getting on top of the middle. Hardingham gets it down again towards Lapino. He breaks free somehow, then tries to get it away, drop the footy. Had prior opportunity, said the umpire. And Clayton Trotter will take the free kick in the middle for the home side. Got the footy now, goes towards half forward, lead on, and it was nearly going to be paid a mark play on the call off hands. The big man Hardingham does well, keeps in front, should provide a shepherd for Lapino on centre wing. He can't take it with him though, Lapino. Now he does, and he drops the footy again. So it should be a free kick, and it will be. Pandy will take it from centre wing, goes to the right foot towards half forward. Watson fills the hole, doesn't take the mark, but then Bogey's there to support. Kick off a step, goes towards half forward. Handball came from Stone towards Pandy. It's okay, Brunzies has taken the mark on centre wing. Just to slow things up. Now he goes to the right foot, kick towards half forward. Pack develops there in front. Mark taken, play on, it was off hands, I think. Well, in fact, he's paid a free kick for over the shoulder in the end for Inverleigh. So Farr has got it. Lead on towards the left forward pocket. It might be okay as well. No mark taken. And off hands, it will be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for Inverleigh. And I think that was, I have a sneaking suspicion that might be Pandy.
Number 5.
Or is it Cadello?
Cadello.
Is it Cadello?
In the record, but that's a case I haven't seen. Pandy.
So, boundary throw in, left forward pocket. Inverleigh into attack. They trail 2 straight goals, 12. Winchelsea 4-1-25. Throw in now. Over the back of the pack, Far to run onto it, does well, kick over the shoulder towards the 10-metre square, play on, the call could have been a free kick for too high, still play on, now Carrera tries to break a tackle, gets the handball free somehow, and a kick around the corner for one behind is Cadello.
Well, I tell you what, he earned a free kick there before, and he nearly earned another one.
So it's
lucky there.
2-1-13 Inverleigh. They trial Winchelsea 4-1-25. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 15 minutes played.
So the kicking in to be done by Edwards for Winchelsea. Zone defence for Inverleigh. Decides to go long. Well, there's a whistle on play, and might be the rule of the week, perhaps, is it? The kick-outs don't go over the mark.
I'd say you might be right there, Eric.
But the umpire, well, he was very quick to blow the whistle. So now the ball will be put in the air on the 10-metre kick-out line. Hardingham down there quickly. Taps the ball back into play. I don't know whether that's a good option because it's picked up by Trotter. He's tackled quickly. Kick off the ground by Watson for Winchelsea. Gets it clear. Carduello picks it up again. Hooks it round the body. It's not a bad looking hook. In fact, it is a goal. So good work there picking up the crumbs by Cordello. And we might just check that that's not Panty because the other Panty, they're both small built fellas. But at this point, 3-1-19 Inverleigh, trail Winchelsea 4-1-25. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 16.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that probably is a Panty, Eric, because it looks like a bit of quality there.
And the other guys are very similar style, both dark hair.
We can check that after.
Back to the middle. Getting it checked now for your Loz. Hardingham gets it down. Trotter, though, roves the pack beautifully. He's worked that out, I think. McCallum comes at him. He breaks free, though. Bounces back around on the right boot and goes across the ground. Good kick, too. And finds a teammate there in Salter. Goes a handball out towards Armitage. Sets him a bit of a task, but he's got a bit of time. Now with a right foot kick over the back of the pack. Oh, no mark taken. Chance for Carrera. He can run in from the 10 or 15 metres out. And on a pretty acute angle, kicked it with the outside of the right boot. Had a couple of players to a kick at two, but he elected to go for goal and he's put it through for one behind. So they go to 3-2-20 Inverleigh, which will see 4-1-25.
Brett Sawyer had his hands up. I think he should have went there, actually.
Kick in quickly and was looking for Warland. Can't take the mark, and in the meantime the ball's forced over the boundary line in front of the change rooms here at Inverleigh.
Number 5 is Panty, as we knew. We're good, aren't we?
We pick them up. So the ball about to come back into play as we adjust our records. Now from the throw-in, ruck infringement there has gone to Inverleigh, and it's James Meek who's got the free kick between wing and half forward on the western side here of the Inverleigh Oval. Decides now to go into the corridor. That's where you're going to kick the goals from. In front, Inverleigh can't take the mark. Carrera, ball comes to ground. Handball comes out. Gee, it's pretty wild, and well, they're looking for Warland on wing. The wing is Winchelsea, but outnumbered there. Meek comes in, can't pick the ball up either. Players running pretty hard at the footy, but finally it is off hands and over the boundary line for another throw in. So we've got a couple of changes in that Inverleigh side. 49 Salter. I don't know whether in fact that is Salter, but the ball on centre wing there. Hardingham from behind. Can't get the tap. Meek does. Comes out by hand. Good tackle on Salter. Picked up there by Collins. Great tackle. Smother. Inverleigh doing the, well, getting the footy, but finally handball went astray. It's come to Lupino, but his kick is also astray. It is at half forward. Good work picked up there by Hampshire for Winchelsea. Mark taken on the run by Partridge. Has a flying shot from 40, but has missed to the right. So an opportunity went begging there for the Winchelsea side. 4-26. They lead Inverleigh 3-2-20. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard now 19 minutes.
It was certainly a good build-up, Eric, but he probably had just time to steady just a little fraction.
Well, he didn't realise he had the time.
Probably not.
McCallum kicks in towards the lead of Walter. Won't get there though. Watson stands his ground, takes the mark easily at half forward. 55 metres out. Kitchen gives him a lead from full forward. Partridge works back there. So does Wallen. Goes towards Kitchen now and along. Reed goes up as well. Off hands to the side of the pack. Bowman's kick smothered by Hampshire. Falls to the side. McCarthy to lead in the race for the footy. Picks it up. Got a bit of time. Handball's in front. To nobody in particular though. Hutchison. His handball was indiscriminate as well. Now a handball further afield. Over towards the boundary line at half back for Inverleigh. They work it back, but the numbers are with Winchelsea. Bogey off a step torpedo punt towards that half forward. Wallen gets up and takes the mark.
Bounced off the chest.
And
Watson, look at Watson.
Yeah, shoot for goal from 40 metres out directly in front. Gary Watson and made a beeline for the forward pocket, but Walter picks him up. And so Matthew Warland, who's kicked 2 goals, 1 already this afternoon, a chance for goal number 3. 40 metres out directly in front. He comes in now. And it looks pretty good off the boot from Matty Wallen. And he's through for his third of the afternoon, the fifth for Winchelsea. They go to 5-2-32. They lead Inverleigh 3-2-20. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 20.5 minutes played.
From a technical viewpoint, Laurie looked much more comfortable kicking that, more correct in his approach and head over the footy.
Oh, yeah, it was the copybook stuff. Yeah, there's no doubt about that, Eric. It was going nowhere but straight through the middle there. It was a nice mark as well. It was a little bit juggled, but he was in the right spot for it, and he's going to be a worry for Inverleigh. They're going to have to make sure they pick him up a lot closer than they're doing now.
So in the middle, the ball up again. Knocked down again by Hardingham, doing well in the middle. Comes out. Watson also doing well around the ground. Well, almost picks it up. Well, bumped instead of tackled there. Gets a handball clear. The player in the board get a handball for Winch. Goes towards, well, there's two of them. Good talking. We heard Hutchison say to Lapino, leave it. And Hutchison takes the mark. Not such a good kick, but they've gone back into the corridor. They're getting in the right place, Winchelsea. There's no doubt about that. The ball comes to ground. And now Bowman, with his pace, pushes the ball forward. Unfortunately, can't handle the footy. And good play there by Reid, because he held the game up and stopped Bowman's run. Certainly gave the free kick away. But Bowman there, terrible kick off the boot once again. In the middle for Inverleigh. Handball comes to Trotter. Now goes wide out to the flank. And it's a good pass, good mark taken there by Cook. Between wing and half forward for Inverleigh. Kicking in this first quarter of the northern end. It's a good looking kick over the head of the pack. Mark not taken. Bouncing back onto the ball there was... It's another player I haven't got, but it's out of bounds on the full anyway. So
was that Solder, was it?
No, I'll have a look.
Yep.
No.
So I think actually...
Not Jason Quinn-Livian.
No, I wouldn't think so. The free kick, however, comes in from McCallum for Winchelsea. Mark... Is the mark taken? There's a consultation between the central and the boundary here as to whether the mark will be allowed. So Matthew Warland, I think, with the footy.
No, it's going to review.
No, so the ball is over the line on the full.
Collins, is it?
So the mark won't be allowed. And it comes back, you're right, Laurie, to Collins of Inverleigh. So nice kick there from Collins back into the corridor, but well, it's all almost could have been a mark to Hardingham. Off hands, it's taken by far. He's hooked it towards the goal, but hooked it too far, and it's landed just inside the field of play, adjacent to the behind post at the northern end. So ball comes in once again. Hardingham dominating in the ruck, gets it down to Paul Panty, and almost, well, it was rushed through. So behind to Inverleigh. It is their third, 3-3-21. They trail Winch 5-2-32. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 23 minutes gone.
So the Blues try and push it towards the middle. Kick-in's good too, finds McCallum unattended at half-back. Leake gives him a call, goes in that direction. Hampshire's over there as well. Bowman from the back, good defensive punch towards the boundary line. And it is out of bounds for a throw-in.
Hand in too.
Right on centre wing. So, boundary throw in. Right in front of our commentary box. Hardingham up against Meek. To the side of the pack, Lapino. Look for a handball. Got it away now. Bogey runs through the middle without the footy. Got tackled. No free kick. Goes to Partridge. Bowls him over. Goes through the middle. Wainwright does well. Keeps his head over it and handballs it away to Leake. Handballs it to Reid. 20 metres out and closing. Got a bit of time to settle. Should kick the goal. And does. Nathan Reid has put his first on the board. And the sixth for Winchelsea. They go to 6-2-38. They lead Inverleigh 3-3-21. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 24 minutes played.
Laurie, when they get the ball flowing, Winchelsea, I reckon, show Inverleigh some danger signs here.
Well, Eric, I was impressed against Bellpost Hill, the way they played their footy, but the way they linked their game up. They're prepared to run the lines and watch the handballs. Their skill level at the moment is much better than Inverleigh's at the moment, so Inverleigh have got to be careful with their turnovers.
Back to the middle, Hardingham and Meek both get a hand to it. Comes towards Hampshire off half forward, can't take it for Winchelsea. Now slick hands, put Pandy under a bit of pressure. He threw it out in the end of Trotter, and the umpire saw it. He was sitting right where I was as well, and couldn't get away with it on that occasion. So a free kick to Hampshire. Hampshire now from the middle goes towards a leader. Reid, uncontested, should take the mark. Good Kitchen supplied a good shepherd for him, and he will now shoot for goal. So
They've definitely got a plan to get that ball into that key as soon as they possibly can. In that's about the 40-metre area, and someone's sitting there to take a catch every time.
So Nathan Reid comes in. There's nothing wrong with the kick whatsoever. It's 2 in a minute for Nathan Reid, and Winchelsea go to 7-2, 44. They lead Inverleigh 3-3, 21. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 25.5 minutes played.
So there's a number 30 for
Simon Williams.
Simon Williams.
You knew there was 2 Williams playing for Winch.
I did, but didn't believe it. Well, perhaps I haven't seen number 8, Stuart Williams, out there, so maybe there's only 1 Williams.
You might be right.
So the ball back in the middle with umpire Garn, and Winchelsea doing well against a slight bruise at the moment as the ball goes up once again. That's half the reason. Hardingham, lovely tap down to Lapino, off a step, marked at centre half forward by Walland, looking for a handball, but Walter certainly wasn't giving any latitude there, so he's had to go back now. Walland now gets the pass coming from half forward. Reid once again. I think he's going to be a headache for the Inverleigh defence, because Nathan Reid's on song today, and maybe, Laurie, we're seeing the best of this young fellow. Comes highly reputed.
Yes, there's no doubt about that, Eric. His skills at this point in time in the game have been sensational, and it's just what Jason would be like to be seeing. I think he's moving around nicely. He's got a good pair of hands, and one will put the muzzle on him. He's a good kick as well.
Well, the man on the mark is 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. We're right behind the line of the kick. It is a beautiful kick again from Reid, and that's his 3rd goal in a matter of 3 or 4 minutes. So a great start for Winchelsea. They go to 8 goals to 50. They lead Inverleigh 3-3, 21. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard at the 27-minute mark. Now, Laurie Cordello is number 49. We've seen running round up forward
for
Inverleigh.
Yep.
And Panty, in fact, is number 5, not number 4.
Yep.
And Peter Ginn is the 33. He was formerly number 16.
Back to the middle. Hardingham. Meek gets it down on this occasion towards Brungy's coming off the wing. Does well. Loses the football though. Needs to try and pick it up again. Can't do so. Williams over top of it. Wainwright played for the free kick a little bit and got it as well. So that was a good result for Winchelsea. Back into the centre square. Steve Wainwright, one of Laurie's favourites. I think he started pretty well. Goes to the outer side centre wing looking for Hampshire. Bowman does very well defensively to punch it away. Needs some support though. Bogey runs onto it. He sees it over the boundary line and we'll have a throw in. Centre wing, outer side. Winchelsea 8-2, 50. They lead Inverleigh 3-3, 21. Close to quarter time. 28 minutes played. And Hardingham and Meek to do the ruck work on the centre wing contest. Lapino, handball over the top to Hampshire. Wrapped up by Trotter. Got the handball free though to Lapino again. Tries to break a couple of tackles, get it away to Leak. Left foot kick to half forward. Long kick towards Reid. Stone, good punch away on this occasion. Now foot race, getting back there quickly. Cordello can't take it with him. Now also in their kitchen for his first real contest. Goes over the head of Bogey with a kick. He gets back there though. Gets absolutely decapitated and will take the free kick. Still 45 metres out from goal.
Look at Walland.
And
he kicked a torpedo from that flag. He might get the distance.
Got Partridge and also Reid in the square. He goes in that direction now. Good for distance. Over the back. Reid has taken the mark.
It's his birthday that day, surely.
He thought about putting it on the boot, but he decided against it.
And we'll shoot for goal from the goal line. He's kicked 3. This will be 4.
I'm giving him a 4 if he couldn't miss from there.
Jeez. Well, he won't either because
it's gone to Warnock. It's in the train.
Reid's put it through for his 4th. And the 9th for Winchelsea. They go to 9-2, 56. And they lead Inverleigh 3-3, 21. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes played.
I think actually Laurie tried a torpedo and then ended up with a mongrel punt, but he was on the goal line.
Yeah, I was going to say, any lucky he was.
Any further out, he might have been in trouble.
And he was just drifted over the pack, and he was probably about 4th in line, I think. And
it was a great kick from outside 50 from young Bogey. So the ball being returned to the middle, and
Nick Farr's going down back.
A number of moves. I think Stone I saw on Reid, so there's been some changes there. And Farr, as you mentioned, Laurie, going down back. I'll let you keep an eye on what's happening. If they're playing a loose man and they're kicking with the wind, that's a worry.
That is a worry.
So the ball in the middle as umpire Stokes puts it up once again. And this is where the trouble's starting. The tap down was through. Bogey ripped off the footy without it, but comes out wide to Wainwright, doing well in this first quarter. On the left foot, goes towards half forward. And good tackling there from the forwards for Winches, keeping the ball in there. Stone receives a handball, goes wide, looking for a teammate out there in Paul Panty, and takes a mark. Plays on quickly, over half forward. Great defensive work. Well, it's rather comical because Ed was fine job there, and he did exactly what Bowman, who was going for the mark, was doing at the other end. Beautiful spoil, punched the ball clear and over the boundary line. Centre wing comes in again. Hardingham, lovely tap down for Winchelsea. Off a step, the ball goes towards half forward. Well, the Winch forwards, they've gone to sleep because not too many of them there, but finally Wainwright again comes in, gets a handball to Wallen over the top and found Reed. Hooks it back towards the head of the goal square, one-on-one there. Oh, magnificent body work there by Kitchen. I reckon it was a free kick anyway. He's being held back by his opponent in McCallum, but he withstood the challenge, Kitchen, held his ground and dived forward and took a wonderful mark low down. So at the 31-minute mark, the man in the mark is 12 metres out, so a 10-goal quarter, if he gets the goal, would be a magnificent return for Winch, particularly kicking against whatever bruise there is. So Anthony Kitchen, well, he's gone back, he's almost at the centre of the ground. He's almost at the 50-metre line, but you would think shouldn't miss from there. As I said, man on the mark, 11 metres out. Kitchen moves in.
He loves it.
Straight over the goal. Umpire said it is goal number 10 for the Winchelsea side. 10 goals, 2. Wonderful kicking, 62. They lead Inverleigh 3-3-21. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 31.5 minutes have now gone.
Collins off, Leapard on, if that's record's correct. He was doing okay, Collins.
Yeah.
But I guess you've got to rotate these players through.
Well, it might be team balance, Laurie, too, perhaps, because Winch had a player come off, and if they're one-on-one, who knows?
Back to the middle, Hardingham gets it down again towards the side of the pack, running through the middle. Now Trotter, Bowman there also, over the shoulder, free kick to Winchelsea, going to go to Lupino, and he's got the free kick in the middle of the ground. And as he kicks, the siren sounds for quarter time, and a pretty impressive start from Winchelsea. 10-2-62, they lead Inverleigh 3-3-21 by 41 points at quarter time. For the goal kickers for Winch, 4 to Nathan Reid, 3 to Matthew Wall, and singles to Anthony Kitchen, Matt Partridge and Gary Watson. Singles to Michael Bowman, Adrian Panty and Clayton Trotter for Inverleigh. 41 points of difference at quarter time. The Blues have started the better here at the Inverleigh Sports Ground. We'll take a break back with a second quarter action of our Matchday Live coverage this afternoon. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.